What do you think to all the glitz and glamour of it all?
Yeah, it's just like my living room, really. Yeah, nothing.
Do you have them in your living room?
No. Twice the size.
Twice the size? Really?
And I just want to thank you all for all your support on my... Just want to say... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm losing it. Not only can you download my album from amazon.co.uk storage... Sorry. Hope you're having a really nice time. Sorry. I want to thank you all for your support with my Storyteller album. Oh, off, Neil. Let me do all that again, because I've got things in my mouth that are weird.
So...
Is that all right? Yeah? I'll come in with shades next time.
Just that little bit.
Hope you're really enjoying yourself at a boring conference, listening to stupid speeches all day, drinking water and lime juice. Is that really loud, Dave? Sorry. Now you can go back to sleep.
Now our first guest is a Tony Award-winning singing sensation who has performed... That was him. Reduced to cheering yourself now.
Well, you know, I've got used to that.
You're your number one fan.
I've got all my records. I nearly called it 50 Shades of Boe. But
well, when I write my book, it's going to be 50 Shades of White, because that's my name. My name's Paula White, so I thought, yeah.
Very finally, let's hear your voice. Just one little bar of something like, if you could say Alex Belfield's Man Boobs in your big classical voice, would you do that for us as we leave this interview?
Alex Barfield's Man Boobs. How's that?
Oh, marvellous. You made my day. Alfie Boe, big star, one of my favourite people. And
that is the strangest thing I've ever had to do in my career, you realise that?
Alfie Boe is an award-winning English tenor. Alfie has just released his autobiography, Alfie My Story.
Then when you said that, award-winning English tenor, and then you laughed.
Well, because I always think when I read the word tenor and I'm going to do my silly joke, well, I'm a fiver.
Oh, right.
That just goes through my head and I think, no, don't say that because that'd just be silly.
I wouldn't have laughed at that.
No, I know. Nobody laughs.
Have you done carousel before?
No, but I've been on one.
Okay.
What was the big break for you? I mean, here you are in our studios. You've travelled halfway around the world. You're operating alongside Olivia Newton-John. What do you put it down to, the big break for Alfie Boe?
I paid so much money to people.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was it. It's all
it works?
Yeah, it does eventually.
It comes back in spades. It's a little investment in your future. Is that what it is? Maybe I should try it.
There you go, man. There you go.
Doing the same thing every night and twice on Wednesdays and Saturdays, does that get on your nerves?
Absolutely bored stiff. No, it's good. There's a few things coming up over the summer which I've got to be hush-hush about or I'll get clattered off my manager, but...
I'm sure we're going to speak again when the album comes out, because my time
no, you're on my blacklist now.
I'm not.
Ever since you thought I was Krista Burr.
I didn't think you were Krista Burr. I was the one that followed the guy who thought you were Krista Burr, and I said, shall we talk about Krista Burr's back catalogue, or shall we talk about your stuff? So don't give me that.
All right, man, all right.
Listen,
next time then.
These days when you are out there, what goes through your mind? How do you feel?
Did I leave the gas on? Did I? No.
I don't know where I'm going to be in the next hour, Debbie, to be honest.
Yeah, a little bit eccentric.
I like eccentric, quirky people, don't I?
There you go.
Is that why I'm on the show?
Exactly, yeah.
You could give us maybe the secret of Alfie Boe's success, a small recipe for our listeners.
Honey and Guinness.
I actually heard you singing Bring Him Home. Right. Was that on Radio 2? I think it might have been.
Oh, right. I think it might have been with Mr. Terry Wogan.
It was indeed. It was with Tell. That's there absolutely right.
Yeah.
And that was the first that I knew, Alfie, that you were...
I could sing. That's the first time. Wow. Where have you been? I enjoyed it, and I really embodied that character. I felt... I'm just having an interview at the minute. No worries.
We're in a working theatre. What
It's
can you
crazy.
expect? There you are. We're on stage today,
cool.
So it's going to happen.
There's lots of things going on.
And I think that's fun. That's been about the kind of hapless puppy that you were.
To be honest, hang on, sorry. Hi, you okay?
Would you mind if I introduce you very quickly? Have you met Ken?
Okay, cool. Sorry. All right.
That's right, isn't it?
Another thing.
Yeah, yeah. Living in the States.
No,
Yeah, but,
yeah.
Almost happy to the stage.
There we go.
Almost happy to the stage. Just working the grid.
This is going to be so interesting.
It really is. I think we should leave it all in.
Do you have any embarrassing moments that you'd like to share with us?
Only working with Michael Ball a few times. That's no, I'm joking. No.
I mean, I'd never heard of you before.
Me neither.
Well, I'm excited to get to know you. I feel like I have a zillion questions.
You're not allowed.
No?
No,
That's not why
I'm
you're
leaving
here?
now. I'm going. I'm going. Okay.
Oh, well,
I'll
that
go
was
on then.
short
Go on,
and
I'll let
sweet.
you-
Okay.
We'll go on a date after this. Okay. But no, being back here to play the Opera House and alongside Olivia Newton-John,
Yeah.
it's incredible, man.
Well, one of the great Australians, obviously, she spends most of her time in the US these days, but of course, so well known for the work she's done in movies and various other things.
And the spandex.
That's true. You've seen that video too, have you?
Oh my goodness, many, many times.
When you're walking through the supermarket now, because it came out yesterday, didn't it? Not only are you in the CD section, you can't even walk past the book section.
I'm going to get my face on a brand of pasta sauce as well at some point, I think.
You were a mechanic. You were a mechanic, which meant you fixed...
Cars?
Yeah.
Well, I was actually a body mechanic, so I repaired...
Can we fix Beverly's leg?
Beyond repair, I'm afraid.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Yeah, sure, from an expert. And what happened from there to that?
Well, there was a big gap, actually.
Yeah.
I was overheard singing in the garage.
Get out of here.
I sing a lot at home, and I sing a lot in my spare time. And so this guy was buying the car that I was working on.
Yeah.
And he
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
It wasn't Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Cameron McIntosh.
It wasn't him either.
Stephen Sondheim.
Who?
Sondheim.
Sorry, no, it wasn't him.
Stephen Sondheim was having his car fixed
in Blackpool,
Fleetwood.
actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, from Blackpool as well.
And so you were singing...
I'm never going to be able to go home now.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. Did you want to? But you're overheard singing, and then what? Did you go to school, or did you just go from here to...
No, the guy actually said to me that there's an opera company in London that were auditioning for new members for their next UK tour.
Yeah.
He said go down and try out, so I did, and I got taken on.
Yeah, just like the movie Flashdance. You're the same. She was a welder, not a mechanic, and then she got into the ballet company by stripping down.
I didn't strip down.
Was he hitting on you, this guy, do you think?
No.
There was an opera lover in a garage in Blackpool.
I was working on his car, and he was buying the car from the factory, and he wasn't hitting on me.
You stick to your story. Big kick. Yeah. Did you enjoy doing Jean Valjean? Because you did it in the O2, and then you did it on the West End for some time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a Cosette or an Eponine?
I'll probably do Eponine.
Eponine! I knew it. Me too. Yeah.
Because Cosette is actually my daughter.
See which one? Would you do me the honor of joining me in singing one of the greatest songs ever written by a human being on this earth?
Is it an Elton John song or something?
No, come on. Come sing with me. Do you want to hear him sing? Alfie Boe, Don't Be Nervous.
Okay.
You've sung before, yeah?
Yeah,
in front of an audience.
Yeah,
so this is the same thing. It's like riding a bicycle.
Okay, this is
all right.
Slightly different.
Play the music!
Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide?
Now I promised her she could touch you.
Okay, let's go to the panel. New boy, Alfie Boe. I mean, you were up there on your feet.
It's all right. I've got to say, I know Rolando, when he's here, he says chaka chaka, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I have to say, Boe delicious.
Alfie.
I was watching the dancers, actually. Any note will do. Look at each other, interact with each other, you know. He's not that bad looking.
Yeah.
Here comes So Richard Branson's answer for the next Virgin Rail train. Everybody's going to have one. Individual carriages, look at that. All the way from London to Blackpool on that. Hello. How's that? Yeah, I think a lot of politicians make very good actors. You know, if they could sing, they'd be great opera singers.
Are you wowed by these glorious boats?
Absolutely, and it's really nice to have been given one for those 3 songs that I've just done.
Now that's a deal.
That's a deal.
I'm going to start singing. No, actually, I won't sing if you give me one. There you go.
Moment.
Okay. Standing by.
And Alfie's doing so many interviews at the moment, and just to give you a bit of a backstory to this, I caught up with Alfie this morning. They put him in a very small studio in London so we could catch up on our conversations, but I wasn't expecting the studio to be quite so small.
It's smaller than my toilet at home, this room is. Smells the same too.
Too much information.
Sorry, man. I'm good, thank you. I'll see you in a bit, ladies. Sorry, dude.
Oh, I like that. I'll see you in a bit, ladies.
Ladies, I know. I speak like that in front of everybody, man. Sorry.
Your book,
Yeah.
My Story.
Yeah.
What made you decide to write a book now?
Money.
AlfieBoe.com, I assume?
Alfie-Boe.com.
Okay.
Which will wobble you. Alfie Boe.
Have you ever sung for the Queen, then, by the way?
I did a royal wedding at Windsor Castle a while back. I know it's weird, sorry.
That's great, mate. I don't do weddings unless they're royal.
Just threw that in there. But no, and I met her briefly, and I remember going up to her because while I was singing at this royal wedding, she was signing the register, and I said, very nice to meet you, Majesty. And she said, oh yes, very nice singing, good singing. I said, oh, could you hear me okay? And she said, yes, of course I could hear you okay. I thought, well, I just realised I might have just insulted the Queen about being deaf. You know?
You meant was the PA loud
was
enough?
The PA
Yeah.
She heard me but when she was signing the register.
Yeah. Do you want a chair, love?
Straight to the tower for Alfie Boe.
Yeah, exactly.
But first of all, the top 10, you see we go, Vassos, you're in charge of this.
And first of all, it's Yvonne at number 10. Alfie, she says, sang with my dad in the Lee Orpheus male voice choir. He'd left his shoes on the train and performed in a tuxedo and trainers.
That's true.
Number 9 is from Timo. I worked backstage when Alfie was singing La Bohème at Glyndebourne, and my wife Yvonne was an understudy. She also sang with him in D'Oyly Carte Opera Company, which was his first singing job.
That's true.
Number 8 is my husband serves in the RAF alongside Alfie's brother, John.
That's true.
Number 7, Donna. My name is Donna, she says, and about 6 weeks ago I saw Alfie in Whole Foods in Cheltenham. He bought organic sirloin.
That's true.
Number 6, Bob the Butcher. Alfie is my best customer. He loves a big piece of rump and roast. Cheers.
You are a meat man, aren't you?
I am a meat man, true.
Number 5 is from Wendy. Alfie shared his sandwiches, Welsh cakes and photos of his 3-week-old daughter with me when I conducted the Aberavon male voice concert in which he starred.
Yeah, that's true.
Number 4 is from Jackie. Alfie dragged our daughter onto the stage in Bournemouth last year and sang Hushabye Mountain to her.
Yeah, that's true. I really want to use this.
Number 3 is from Chris. I used to work out in the same gym as Alfie. Once I'd overdone it with the weights and was struggling. Alfie came over and showed me a few pointers. It was much appreciated.
Well, yeah, true.
Such a nice guy.
Number 2 is from Peter. I once saw Alfie measuring the height of 12 ants' nests in a field near Swindon.
False!
He gets through the whole way.
And number 1, a silent friend, says Alfie and I were chased by a farmer near Wheaton and hid in the pub.
True.
No way.
True.
I think this year has been one of the best years you've ever had, isn't it?
It's been all right. Yeah, it's not been too bad.